My child, stop right now, wherever you are. Do not scroll past this encounter. Heaven has set an invisible clock for this exact moment, and you have only a few precious seconds to pay close attention to what I am about to speak into your spirit today. This moment did not find you by accident. It was written in eternity before the foundations of the world were laid. You are listening to this because your soul needed a sanctuary. Your feet are weary. Your mind is overwhelmed. And every single morning when you wake up, the heaviness is sitting on your chest before you even open your eyes. You carry a load that no human eye was permitted to see. You feel like you are walking through an endless storm alone. Stop wearing that smile like armor for just 1 minute. You have been strong for everyone else around you. You held your family together. You answered every demand with grace. But inside your quiet room, when the lights turned off, you collapsed under the crushing weight of your unseen battles. You wondered if anyone noticed your pain. I saw every single tear that fell onto your pillow in the midnight hours. Not a single one was lost or forgotten by heaven. I watched you fight when you had no strength left to stand. And while the rest of the world saw your outward success, I saw the quiet exhaustion that was slowly draining the life out of your soul. This moment is far more important than you realize today. Do not treat this as an ordinary video on your screen. You are standing at a sacred intersection of your life, and if you step away right now, you risk walking into tomorrow carrying a burden that was meant to be lifted in this holy hour. I step into your path today to issue a solemn warning and a divine rescue. You are much closer to a wrong turn than you realize. Exhaustion has been pushing you toward decisions born out of weariness rather than faith. You are tempted to give up on the very promise you prayed for because the delay felt so unbearable. What you called a delay was actually my sovereign hand holding you back from disaster. What felt like a painful rejection was actually my active redirection towards something greater. You thought you were falling apart in that dark valley, but I tell you today that you were being protected from paths that would have broken your spirit beyond repair. You passed the hardest test of your life without even knowing you were taking it. Secretly, your heart wanted to turn bitter. You wanted to close your doors and lock out the world, but deep inside your spirit, a fragile ember of hope remained alive. You kept moving forward with trembling hands and tears running down your face. That was not weakness, my precious child. That was holy endurance. The furnace you walked through was not sent by heaven to consume your life or destroy your future. It was allowed to separate the gold from what was never meant to stay. You thought you were being destroyed, but you were being refined for a glory you cannot yet fathom. Listen to the rhythm of your breath right now. Feel the heavy tension in your shoulders begin to loosen under my presence. You do not have to fight this battle by your own strength anymore. The season of striving alone is coming to an end. A gentle shift is taking place in the unseen realm at this exact instant. I am not speaking to you today with harsh reproach or heavy demands. I am speaking to restore what the enemy tried to steal from your lineage. The adversary wanted you to believe that heaven had gone silent. He wanted you to believe that your prayers were bouncing off the ceiling and falling into an empty void. That argument is an absolute lie. Every single word of it was designed to make you surrender right before your breakthrough. The silence was not abandonment, my beloved child. The silence was the quiet confidence of a loving father who knew that his child was strong enough to survive the refining fire. Now the fire has finished its work in your heart. The test is complete. The waiting season is standing directly behind you. And what I am about to release into your hands today will alter the entire trajectory of your future. You carry an anointing that was written over your life before time began. Declare your amen right now in the quiet of your heart if you feel my presence in this exact moment. Let your soul drop its defenses. You do not need to hide your wounds from me. I am the God who heals the brokenhearted and binds up every single one of their hidden scars. I know the financial struggles that have kept you awake at night. I know the doors that slammed shut right when you were about to step through. And I know the painful betrayals that broke something deep inside your chest. You wondered why you had to walk through such lonely valleys while others moved forward with ease. Their journey is not your template, my child. Where I am taking you requires a different level of spiritual authority and character. You could not carry the weight of your upcoming harvest with the fragile mindset of your past. That is why the pruning felt so severe. That is why the isolation felt so heavy. Stay right here with me for these next moments. Do not allow fatigue or distraction to pull your attention away from this encounter. The adversary wants you to scroll past, because he knows that what is about to be unveiled will break every chain of delay over your home. Before we go any deeper into this holy hour, I need to open the hidden places of your heart that you have kept locked away. I am going to reveal why this exact moment carries the key to your freedom, and what lies directly behind the door that felt so tightly sealed against you. You have spent months searching for answers in worldly places. You looked for peace in human comfort, but the relief was only temporary. Nothing in this world can satisfy the hunger of a spirit that was made for divine destiny. You were picked for something rare today, a private message meant specifically for your ears. Hold this encounter close in your heart as we begin. Breathe in my peace and let go of every fear. What I am about to speak into your life will settle your spirit in a rest you have never known before. Stay close, my precious one, because your breakthrough starts right now. Hear me carefully, my child, because I want you to understand why this moment was scheduled in eternity. You arrived at this exact second feeling weary. Your spirit is tired. The weight on your shoulders is real. And every single night, when the world grows quiet around you, your mind turns over every fear that you tried to hide during the busy hours of the day. You sit on the edge of your bed. You stare into the darkness. You wonder how much longer you can keep holding everything together without breaking. I know the exact hours between midnight and morning when sleep refuses to come to your eyes. That is the hour when the mind battle reaches its absolute peak. The enemy whispers lies into the quiet room. He tells you that your efforts are useless. He tells you that tomorrow will bring the exact same struggle. And while the tears run down your face, you swallow your breath so no one in the house hears you weeping in the dark. You carry your sorrow alone. You have become a master at wearing a smile like armor. Every morning you put on that smile to keep everyone else comfortable while you are quietly draining inside. They look at you and see a pillar of strength. They lean on your shoulders. They ask you for advice, but not a single one of them stops to ask who is holding you up while you carry the weight of everyone else on your back. You give until you have nothing left inside. I saw the heavy load of financial worry pressing down on your chest like a stone. You looked at the bills piling up on the table. You looked at the bank balance that seemed to shrink no matter how hard you worked day and night. You laid awake wondering how you were going to make ends meet next month. And you felt a silent embarrassment that you could never speak out loud to your friends or your family. You felt like a failure. You were not lazy, my precious child. You labored with honest hands. You poured your energy into work that seemed to yield no lasting fruit. Doors that seemed ready to open suddenly slammed shut in your face right when you needed a breakthrough the most. You felt a deep panic rising in your throat, and you wondered why other people who do not even honor my name seem to walk into easy abundance while you struggle for basic peace. I saw the bitter pain of relational betrayal that broke something deep inside your heart. You trusted people with your fragile story. You gave your loyalty to those who did not deserve your grace. And when the storm raged hardest in your life, those very people walked away and left you standing in the rain alone. They took your kindness for weakness. They spoke against you behind your back after you sacrificed your own needs to help them stand. That betrayal wounded your spirit deeper than any financial lack ever could. It made you build high walls around your heart. You decided that it was safer to isolate yourself than to risk being hurt again. You stopped trusting people. You stopped sharing your dreams. And you let a quiet bitterness begin to settle over the places where your joy used to flow so freely. You felt like your heart had turned into cold stone. I know you asked me why I allowed those people to hurt you so deeply. You prayed for them to change. You begged for those relationships to be restored. But instead of restoration, you experienced a clean break that left you feeling abandoned and rejected by everyone. You thought that their departure was your ultimate failure. You thought that you were not good enough or worthy enough to be loved and kept by anyone. Hear my voice above the noise of your sorrow today. Their departure was not your failure. It was my active hand protecting your future. I saw what they were planning in secret. I saw the envy that was growing in their hearts. And I knew that where I am taking you in this next chapter requires a company that can handle the magnitude of your upcoming blessing. I cleared the room so your spirit could finally breathe. Do not look back at the people who walked away from your valley. They were only permitted to walk with you for a single season of your life. They were never meant to enter the open country of your destiny. If they had stayed, they would have poisoned the harvest that I am preparing for your hands right now. I pruned those dead branches so that your true identity could finally bloom without hindrance. I see the deep mental fatigue that makes you want to lay down and surrender today. You are exhausted from fighting battles on every front at the same time. Your mind feels like a chaotic battlefield of constant overthinking and anxiety. You analyze every decision you made in the past. You regret the choices that led you to this place, and you fear that you have ruined the divine plan for your entire life. I dismantle that counterfeit lie right now in my presence. You have not ruined your destiny. No mistake you made in your ignorance can ever cancel the covenant I wrote over your lineage before time began. What felt like a wrong turn was me rerouting your steps away from a trap. You are not starting over from scratch. You are starting over from a place of deep spiritual wisdom and authority. Take a deep breath right here in this quiet space. Let your shoulders drop. Release the tension in your jaw and let the heavy knot in your stomach begin to untie. You do not have to carry the weight of tomorrow today. I am the God who goes before you to level the rough mountains and straighten the crooked paths. Your future is not in the hands of your enemies or your circumstances. Inscribe these words in the comments right now if your spirit receives this comfort. Say, I release the pain of my past. Speak it until your heart believes the truth of my word. You were never meant to carry this heavy armor into your harvest. The armor was for the furnace, but you are walking out of the fire into a place of rest. Your tears have watered the seed of your victory. Before we move any further into this encounter, I need to talk to you about the silence, because the silence of heaven was real, and I know how deeply it hurt your faith. Do not rush past this sacred pause, my child. What I am about to decode regarding the silence of heaven will completely awaken your spirit and shift your perspective on every trial you have faced. Stay close to me now. What you called a delay was a shield. The unbearable silence was my trust in you. You thought heaven went completely cold, and while you wept in the quiet darkness, my sovereign hand was holding back a catastrophic trap that would have destroyed your entire future. You felt abandoned. Your heart was heavy. The pain felt endless. But I need you to see what was really happening in the invisible realm while you waited for my answer. You asked me why I stayed quiet. You wondered if you failed my test. You felt ashamed of your trembling faith. And as the long months passed without any visible progress, you began to believe the dangerous lie that you were forgotten by your Creator. The enemy whispered fear into your mind. He told you that heaven locked its doors. He wanted you to give up completely. Hear the truth today, my child. The teacher stays quiet during the exam. The father watches his gold in the fire. He stands very close to the furnace, while the intense heat burns away every impurity until his own image is clearly reflected on the surface. My silence was not my absence. My silence was my highest vote of confidence. I knew you could endure the storm. You were being built into a strong vessel. You needed a deep foundation for your calling. A weak vessel breaks under heavy blessing. And because I love you too much to let your upcoming harvest destroy your character, I allowed the quiet furnace to refine your soul first. This moment is far more important than you realize today. You stand at a critical turning point. Your destiny is hanging in the balance. What happens in your spirit today matters for generations. You are not just surviving a bad season. You are breaking an ancient family curse. And every silent victory you won in the dark is dismantling the legal authority that the adversary held over your entire lineage for decades. The enemy fought you hard in this valley. He saw your potential before you did. He tried to crush your fragile hope. He brought chaos to your financial life. He brought confusion into your daily thoughts. He brought painful betrayal into your relationships. He did all of this because he wanted to force you into surrendering right before your divine appointment arrived. He wanted you to walk away from the altar. He wanted you to give up your promise. He wanted you to stay bound forever. But you did not throw away your faith. You kept turning your face toward my light. You held on with trembling, bloody hands. And because you remained faithful through the quiet storm, the legal power of darkness over your home has been completely shattered today. Do you see the serious weight of this moment? This is not an ordinary casual video. This is a holy divine intersection. If you scroll away unchanged, you risk returning to the wilderness loop. The old cycles will try to consume you. The old fears will try to return. But if you receive this revelation into your heart right now, The holding pattern over your destiny comes to an immediate and permanent end. Inscribe these words in the comments right now. Type, "I accept your timing, Lord." Declare it with an undivided heart today. When you accept my timing, peace returns. The constant panic in your chest dissolves. The racing thoughts in your mind stop. And you release the heavy strain of trying to force open locked doors with your own fragile human strength. You spent so much energy trying to fix things. You tried to heal people who preferred darkness. You tried to manufacture a human shortcut out. Every human structure you built collapsed on purpose. I allowed those wooden crutches to break. I stripped away every counterfeit security system. I did this so that you would finally stop relying on human flesh and lean your entire weight upon my everlasting arms. I cleared the shaky ground below you. I removed the false foundations gently. I am building something that lasts. Look back at the dark valley behind you. You thought you were being broken down. You thought your story was ending in ruin. But I tell you today that you were not being broken down. You were actually being broken open so my sacred oil could pour out. An alabaster jar holds valuable oil inside. The oil remains trapped while the jar is whole. The sweet fragrance fills the entire house only after the outer shell is broken open. Your painful wounds were the cracking shell. The precious oil is flowing out now. It carries authority to heal your family, and the deep anointing that was activated through your suffering will open doors that no human institution can ever close against you. Do not hate the hammer that struck you. The hammer was held in my loving hand. Every strike was measured with divine precision. Not a single blow was meant to destroy you. You survived because you are celestial gold. Earthly fires cannot consume what I have anointed. And now the long silence of heaven is turning into a mighty shout of victory over your life and your home. The long season of mystery is ending. Clear revelation is taking its place now. You will understand every single step taken. Not a single tear fell unnoticed by me. Not a single prayer was lost in space. Every drop of sorrow was recorded in heaven. And what felt like a wasted season of waiting was actually me accumulating a massive interest of blessing for your upcoming harvest. Feel the shift in your atmosphere right now. My presence is settling over your mind. The heavy tightness in your throat is leaving. You can breathe deeply in my quiet presence. The cloud of confusion is lifting completely. Divine clarity is filling your soul today. And the peace that surpasses all human understanding is establishing an unshakable guard over your mind and your spirit. There is a second hidden layer to uncover. You passed a secret test last night. You took it while sitting in the dark. You did not even realize it was a test. You thought you were just surviving the night. You kept your heart clean despite the deep pain. And because you chose mercy over bitterness when you had every reason to hate, heaven marked your spirit as officially approved for promotion. Stay close to me in these next moments. Do not let your focus wander away. The key to your freedom is here. You thought you were falling apart in that dark valley, but I need you to see what was actually happening in your spirit. Stop looking at your wilderness season as a graveyard of your lost potential. The enemy tried to convince you that the desert was your final destination. He whispered that your story would end in defeat and shame. But I tell you today that the wilderness was never a graveyard. It was a sacred womb where your true power was being formed in secret. The furnace was not sent by heaven to consume your life or destroy your mind. You were not placed in the heat because I was angry with you. You were placed in the heat because you carry gold that was buried under layers of earthly noise and human reliance. The refiner does not place gold into the fire to punish it. He stands close, leaning over the flames, watching intently until every piece of dross separates and his own face is clearly reflected in the liquid metal. I stood right beside you through every scorching hour of that trial. You felt the heat and you thought you were burning to ashes, but not a single hair on your head was singed by the flames. What burned away in that fire was not your purpose or your calling. What burned away was your dependence on human approval. What burned away was your fear of man and your need to please people who were never called to walk into your destiny. You came out of that fire with a pure spirit and a clean heart. You carry a holy dignity that cannot be bought with worldly money or given by human titles. The world looks at your scars and thinks you were defeated, but heaven looks at your scars and sees the proof of your victory. Your scars are the sacred marks of a warrior who survived the hardest battle and remained standing when everyone else expected you to break. Let me change your perspective on the pain that broke your heart into pieces. You thought you were broken down. You thought your spirit was shattered beyond repair. But I tell you with absolute authority today that you were not broken down. You were broken open. An alabaster jar holds valuable oil inside its thick walls. As long as the jar remains intact and whole, the precious perfume inside remains trapped and hidden from the world. The oil cannot pour out and touch the lives of others until the outer vessel is broken open. Your painful trials were the breaking of the hard alabaster shell, the heartbreak, the loneliness, the deep disappointments, and the long nights of waiting were all designed to crack open your self-reliance. Through those cracks, the sweet fragrance of my anointing is now overflowing into the world around you. You carry a rare healing power in your presence today. When you speak to people who are hurting, your words carry weight because you are not speaking from empty theory. You are speaking from deep experience. You know what it feels like to sit in the ashes of disappointment and still trust in my goodness. Your journey through the furnace has given you a voice of authority that darkness cannot ignore or silence. I watched you pass the hardest test of all. It was the secret test you took when no human eye was watching you. You were injured deeply by people you trusted. You had every legal right in the natural world to hold a grudge and burn with bitter anger. The enemy placed a deadly cup of vengeance in your hand and urged you to drink it. He wanted you to become like the very people who hurt you so deeply. You looked at the cup of bitterness and you set it down. You chose mercy over retaliation. You chose to forgive in the quiet stillness of your room, even while your heart was still bleeding from the wound. You prayed for those who mistreated you, and you wished them well in secret. That was the moment heaven marked your spirit as officially approved for royal elevation. You proved that what surrounds you does not get to decide what comes out of you. You proved that even in the middle of a dark storm, your spirit produces the pure fruit of love, peace, and unshakable faith. That was not weak human strength, my child. That was my Holy Spirit operating through your surrendered heart. You showed heaven that you can be trusted with a massive harvest without letting pride corrupt your soul. Stop measuring yourself against the version of you that entered the fire. You are no longer that fragile, fearful person who needed the approval of others to feel worthy. The fire has refined you into a strong vessel of honor. You walk with a quiet royal confidence because you know who holds your hand and who fights your battles in the unseen realm. The season of refining is officially finished in your life today. The furnace doors are swinging wide open and my voice is calling you out of the heat and into the open country of your reward. You walked into the fire as a servant carrying fear, but you are walking out of the fire as a royal heir carrying undisputed authority. Everything you lost in the furnace will be returned to you in double measure. Now I am going to unlock the mystery of your future and reveal why this exact moment is the key to your freedom. Before we step into the restoration of your estate, I must address the heavy chains that have bound your family line for generations. I am about to dismantle the invisible strongholds that kept your parents and your ancestors in cycles of lack and continuous struggle. Stay close to me in these next moments, my precious child. Do not let your mind drift, because the revelation coming next will break every generational curse over your home forever. Now, let me open your eyes to who you truly are. For too long, you have permitted the world to define your worth. You listened to the malicious whispers of the enemy. He called you a failure because your plans collapsed. He called you rejected because people walked away. And every single time you looked in the mirror, you saw those counterfeit labels stamped across your mind until you actually believed them. I dismantle every single one of those false labels right now in my presence. You are not a failure, my child. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not forgotten in the dark. The enemy fed your mind with poison because he was terrified of the divine purpose you carry inside your spirit. And he knew that your true identity would break his hold over your life forever. Listen to your true name today, my beloved one. You were chosen before the foundations of the world were laid. Before you ever took your first breath, I wrote your destiny in eternity. You were set apart for a sacred work that no one else on earth can fulfill. You are a royal heir to the kingdom of heaven, and you carry my royal authority in your spirit wherever you walk. A royal heir does not sit in the dirt. You do not beg for scraps of human approval. Stop measuring your worth by the opinions of fragile people who could never see your spiritual value. I have already declared you worthy, and I have crowned your head with honor while covering your entire life with my everlasting grace. Now, I need you to understand why certain people walked out of your life in that painful season. You wept over their departure. You felt a deep ache when those you trusted turned their backs on you. You wondered what you did wrong to deserve their cold rejection. And every single night, you replayed every conversation in your mind while trying to figure out how to bring them back into your world. Hear me clearly today, my precious child. Their departure was not your failure. It was my active hand, pruning your life in divine love. A wise gardener prunes the branches not to destroy the vine, but to make room for a massive harvest. Some people were only assigned to walk with you through a single chapter. They were never meant to enter the open country of your reward. Where I am taking you requires a completely different kind of company. Their comfortable space was far too small for your destiny. They were growing envious of the silent anointing on your life. And if they had stayed in your inner circle, their quiet bitterness would have poisoned the very harvest that I am preparing for your hands in this season. I removed them to protect your future from unexpected destruction. I cleared the room so your spirit could finally breathe without fear of betrayal. Stop trying to rebuild bridges that I intentionally burned for your safety. Let them go in peace today. Bless them from a distance and release every last drop of resentment, because you do not need their presence to fulfill your divine purpose. I am establishing a brand new foundation of divine connections for your next chapter. I am bringing loyal alignment into your daily life. You will be surrounded by people who honor what you carry. You will be surrounded by those who celebrate your elevation instead of competing with your progress. And what I removed in my mercy will be replaced with something far greater and sweeter. Let the painful wounds of betrayal heal under my gentle presence right now. You do not have to wear that heavy armor anymore. You do not need to build high walls around your heart to protect yourself from sorrow. I am your shield and your fortress. I will guard your peace while you step through the open doors that I am swinging wide before you today. You are shifting from a weary victim into a victorious warrior today. The enemy thought he had buried you in that dark soil of isolation. He thought you were gone forever, but he did not realize that you were a sacred seed, planted in the deep earth to sprout into a mighty oak of righteousness whose leaves will never wither under the heat of trials. Speak it with authority into the atmosphere right now. Say, I am free from what holds me back. Proclaim it until the fear in your mind completely shatters, because you are no longer bound by the failures of your past or the opinions of those who walked away from your valley. You are standing in the full dignity of your royal identity today. Look at your hands for a quiet moment right now. A clenched fist holds onto fear because it operates from a constant panic of lack. A clenched fist tries to hold onto broken relationships and old comfort zones out of deep anxiety. But a royal heir walks with an open hand, ready to release what was lost, because they know that the Father's reservoir will never run dry. Open your hands right where you are sitting today. Release the old memories that caused you bitter pain. Release the names of those who hurt your spirit. And release the heavy worry that kept your mind bound for so long, because as you open your hands in faith, heaven is preparing to pour out a supply of favor beyond your imagination. Something has shifted in the spiritual atmosphere over your home right at this exact second. The long winter of waiting is turning into a bright spring of divine manifestation. The three seals that have kept your finances, your peace, and your family captive are cracking open right before your eyes. You are about to witness the power of my sovereign hand in your life. Now, we stand at the very doorway of your prophetic breakthrough. I am going to release 3 distinct blessings over your family. Do not look away or let your focus wander, for what I am about to declare will shatter every chain over your life forever and establish your spirit in unshakable peace. I decree over your life right now that the long night of testing is officially over. The power of darkness in your atmosphere is breaking. The heaviness over your mind is lifting. And the sovereign power of my holy voice is sweeping through every corner of your dwelling place at this exact instant. You are no longer standing at the mercy of your enemies or your painful past. You are stepping into the fullness of your royal inheritance today. Hear the sound of breaking chains in the spiritual realm. I step onto the battlefield of your life with undivided authority. I come to dismantle every evil assignment formed against your mind, your finances, and your precious family. What the adversary designed to destroy you has failed completely. The fire could not burn you, the wilderness could not swallow you, and now, the ultimate turning point of your entire destiny has finally arrived. The first seal that I shatter over your spirit right now is the dark seal of doubt and unbelief. For long months, the enemy held a heavy mirror of fear before your eyes. He made you doubt my promises. He made you second-guess your own spiritual calling. You felt like an imposter in my presence because your mind was overwhelmed by constant overthinking and toxic fear. But I strike that counterfeit mirror into 1,000 pieces today. I cleanse your mind from every tormenting thought that kept you awake at night. You will no longer measure my faithfulness by the chaos of your temporary circumstances. I breathe a fresh spirit of unshakable confidence into your heart. You carry a holy certainty in your soul. You know that my word over your lineage will never fail or return to me empty. The dark spirit of doubt has no legal right to dwell in your mind any longer. You were meant to walk in undivided light. You were built to stand tall in faith. You carry a spirit of power. And while the world around you wobbles in fear, your heart will remain anchored in the eternal truth of my covenant. I wash away the lingering trauma of past failures right now. You are no longer captive to the lies that whispered you were not worthy of my glory. The second seal that I shatter over your life at this instant is the heavy seal of delay and stagnation. You watched years pass by while you felt stuck in the exact same place. You watched others move forward with ease while your feet felt glued to the dusty ground of the wilderness. You wondered if you were condemned to live in an endless loop of disappointment and missed opportunities. That ancient wilderness loop is officially terminated today. I break the spirit of stagnation off your hands and your feet right now. What took others 20 long years to accomplish will manifest in your life in a single season of divine favor. The doors that were locked against you for decades are swinging wide open under the weight of my glory. Acceleration is taking over your path. You are catching up to every blessing that was withheld from you during the long winter of waiting. You will no longer labor in vain. The work of your hands will produce abundant fruit. Your effort will yield lasting results. And every seed of hard work that you planted in tears will produce a harvest so vast that your storehouses will not be able to contain it. The season of dry effort without reward is gone forever. You are walking directly under an open heaven. The third seal that I shatter over your household today is the oppressive seal of financial lack and stolen peace. The enemy tried to choke your potential through endless financial strain. He wanted you bound in debt and constant worry so you could never walk in your royal assignment. He wanted you to live in fear of tomorrow while struggling for basic peace. But I break the seal of poverty off your family line forever. I open the unseen reservoirs of heavenly provision over your home right now. The seal of lack is cracked wide open. The floodgates of my abundant supply are unlocking over your work, your hands, and your future. You are moving out of the dry valley of barely enough and stepping directly into the open country of more than enough. You will no longer live as a debtor to the world because you are a steward of kingdom wealth. The spirit of peace is flooding your home. The anxious knot in your stomach is untying completely. Your mind is resting in my quiet presence. And every room in your house is being filled with a holy atmosphere that drives away all chaos and fear. You will sleep in deep security tonight because I am watching over your dwelling with an unslumbering eye. Feel the sudden shift in your spiritual atmosphere right now. The dark clouds that hung over your head for years are scattering into nothingness before my presence. The heavy tightness in your chest is vanishing completely. The spirit of peace is settling deep into your mind and your body. You are receiving a divine rest that no earthly circumstance can ever take away from your heart. Every legal claim that the adversary held over your lineage is completely cancelled today. The blood of the covenant has paid your debt in full. The ancient family curses that brought sickness, depression, and premature loss to your home are wiped out of existence. Your children will walk in the light of the blessing that you unlocked through your quiet endurance in the furnace. You have changed the future of your family forever. Stand up in your spiritual authority right now, my beloved child. Lift your head high and look at the path opening before your eyes. You are no longer the wounded victim surviving the storm in isolation. You are a mighty warrior clothed in royal dignity and filled with my Holy Spirit. The world will look at your life and see the living proof of my sovereign restoration. What was stolen from you will be returned in double portion. Your health is being restored right now. Your mind is being renewed with crystal clarity. Your joy is overflowing like a deep river after a long drought. Do not look back at the ashes of your past, for I am doing a brand new thing in your life today. The old things have passed away completely, and the glory of your future will far exceed anything you experienced in the chapters behind you. Now, the victory has been declared in the heavens over your soul. The seals are broken, the chains are gone. But to fully receive this massive harvest into your physical hands today, you must perform a prophetic act of total faith and surrender. Before we seal this encounter in final prayer, I need you to step into the posture of an open hand. I am going to show you how to release every last remnant of fear and lay your faith upon the stone altar of my promise. Stay right here with me, my child, because your physical breakthrough is ready to manifest in your hands right now. Now, my child, you are standing at the threshold of a great manifestation. The chains have been shattered in the unseen realm. The victory has already been spoken over your life by my word. And while the adversary wanted you to remain trapped in fear, you are stepping forward into the light of your royal identity today. You are not a beggar begging for human crumbs on the floor. You are a royal heir to the kingdom of heaven. You walk with a holy dignity that was bought through the furnace of testing. Your trials did not destroy your faith, but they refined your soul so you could steward a massive harvest. And because you survived the fiery season without losing your integrity, heaven is opening its royal storehouses over your life right now. A beggar lives in constant panic of tomorrow. A beggar holds onto every small thing with fear because they believe supply is limited and scarce. They look at the world through eyes of lack, and every single time a trial comes, they clench their fists tightly to protect what little they have left in their hands. That is the mindset of a slave, my beloved child. I do not want you to live with the mindset of a slave any longer. Look down at your physical hands right now where you are sitting. A clenched fist holds on to fear because it operates from a deep panic of lack. A clenched fist tries to hold on to broken relationships and old comfort zones out of desperate anxiety. But a clenched fist can never receive the fresh gifts of heaven. You cannot receive a blessing when your hands are tightly closed in fear. A clenched fist blocks the natural flow of my abundance. It keeps you trapped in a small cycle of self-preservation and human striving. And while a clenched fist tries to protect what is small, a royal heir walks with an open hand into every situation. An open hand demonstrates an unshakable trust in the unlimited supply of the Father. When you open your hands, you release the burden of trying to control everything yourself. You release the anxiety of how the bills will be paid. You release the bitter memories of those who walked away from your valley. And as you release what was never meant for your shoulders, you create room in your life for heaven to pour out a harvest. Place a seed of faith upon the stone altar of this calling today. Open your hand, release every fear of lack, and watch heaven unseal your provision. This is your moment to perform a prophetic act of total surrender in my presence. You are not losing a portion of your life when you trust me with your seed. You are planting an anchor into the soil of your harvest. A holy seed placed in faith upon the altar breaks the power of financial lack forever. It establishes a covenant boundary around your home and your work. The enemy cannot devour a harvest that has been consecrated to heaven. And because you stepped forward with an open hand, every hidden door of supply in the unseen realm begins to unlock over your household right now. I am asking you for an open heart and an open hand right in this sacred minute. Stop holding on to the fear of what tomorrow might bring to your door. Stop letting the memory of past lack dictate your willingness to trust my word. I am the God who provided manna in the dry desert, and I will supply every single need of your life in rich abundance. Inscribe these words in the comments right now to seal this sacred act of faith. Type, "I open my hands to receive your abundance today." Speak it with conviction until your mind settles into a deep peace. You are stepping out of the small world of human effort and entering the vast ocean of divine grace. The long winter of scarcity is officially behind you. Now speak it with authority into the atmosphere right where you are. Say, "I am free from the chains of delay." Declare it with a loud and firm voice until the walls around you echo with the sound of your freedom. And while the adversary tries to remind you of your past struggles, the power of lingering stagnation is breaking off your shoulders at this exact instant. Feel the physical release in your chest as those words leave your mouth. The spiritual atmosphere over your home is reacting to your voice of authority. The darkness must bow when a royal heir speaks the truth of the covenant. You have claimed your freedom. You have claimed your peace. And not a single devil in hell can steal what heaven has established today. The seeds of obedience you plant today will bloom into generational blessings for your children. They will not have to fight the same financial battles that kept you awake in the midnight hours. They will walk in the open pathways that you unlocked through your endurance and your faith. Your sacrifice in the furnace has secured a legacy of honor for your whole lineage. The unsealed reservoirs of heaven are flooding into your daily reality right now. You will see unexpected doors of opportunity open before your eyes this very week. You will receive favor in places where you previously met with cold rejection. And while human wisdom told you that your situation was hopeless, the resources you need will arrive from directions you never thought possible. Do not look back at the dry valley you left behind. The seasons of quiet struggle and painful lack have served their complete purpose in your training. You have been tested and found faithful. You have passed through the refinement fire. And now you are stepping into the season of manifestation, where every promise spoken over your spirit becomes visible flesh. Hold your head high as we prepare to close this holy encounter in solemn prayer. You have laid your seed upon the altar of faith. You have opened your hands to receive the fullness of my grace. The burden is gone, and the heavy strain of trying to fix your life by human power has been lifted off your shoulders forever. Quiet your spirit now as my presence wraps around your soul like a warm blanket. The battle is over, and the victory is secured in the heavens. Take a slow, deep breath, and let your body sink into a state of total rest. And while the world continues to rush in noise, what I have declared over your destiny today shall surely come to pass without delay. Keep this private revelation quiet in your heart for a season, my beloved child. Do not rush to share what was birthed here today with a noisy world that cannot understand spiritual depth. When a holy seed is planted in dark soil, it must remain hidden before the shoot can break through the earth. Let your miracle take deep root in pure peace today. The adversary loves to use worldly noise to steal the fresh seed of revelation before it settles in your soul. Keep this encounter close to your chest for now. Let your visible transformation speak for itself while you rest in my presence. You do not need to prove anything to human eyes that doubted your journey through the furnace. You survived the storm because I held your hand. You passed the test because my grace was sufficient for your spirit. And now, the season of striving in isolation has come to an end. You can drop your heavy guard completely. You do not have to fight these battles by your own fragile power anymore because I have taken full command of your entire future. Now close your eyes gently and let my peace wash over your weary mind. Breathe in slowly right where you are. Release every last drop of lingering tension from your tight shoulders. Let your soul sink into the warm comfort of my presence. The long battle is finished. The victory is secured in heaven, and my angels surround your home. Receive my sealing prayer over your life and your home today. I bless your mind with divine peace that surpasses all human understanding. I break every remaining shadow of overthinking and mental weariness right now. Your thoughts are quieted under my everlasting love, and your heart is anchored in an unshakable confidence that will never fail. I bless the work of your hands and the soil of your harvest. Every place where you walked in silent tears will now produce a rich harvest of joy and divine abundance. The doors of provision are locked open over your household forever. Lack and fear have no legal power over your lineage because you walk under an open sky of royal favor. I bless your physical body with divine health and renewing strength. I touch every cell and every bone in your frame right now with my restoring fire. Chronic pain is leaving your body. Exhaustion is being replaced with supernatural energy. You are being restored from the inside out, so you can walk into the fullness of your royal calling. I bless your family and your children with my covenant protection. I place an invisible wall of holy fire around your dwelling place tonight. No weapon formed against your household will prosper in this season. No evil assignment will cross the threshold of your door, because my angels stand guard at every entry point to keep you safe day and night. I seal your sleep tonight in deep, undisturbed peace. When your weary head touches the soft pillow, the heavy clouds of anxiety will be completely gone from your mind. You will sleep like a quiet child in the arms of a loving father. And when you wake up tomorrow morning, you will feel a fresh joy rising in your spirit like the morning sun. Your painful past is erased, and your divine future is established in glory. You are no longer defined by the furnace that refined your pure gold. You are defined by the royal identity I spoke over your soul in this sacred hour. Stand tall in your purpose, my precious one. Walk forward with quiet dignity because I am fighting your battles for you. I sweep away the residual grief that tried to linger in your quiet room. You will no longer mourn over what was taken from your hands in the past season. What was lost was only temporary, but what I am releasing into your life today is eternal. Your eyes will see the goodness of heaven in the land of the living before this month concludes. Feel the warm presence of my spirit wrapping around your heart like a soft blanket right now. The cold atmosphere of fear is completely gone from your mind. The heavy knot in your stomach has dissolved into deep peace. You are covered by my grace. You are held by my power. And not a single plan formed against your destiny will stand. Inscribe your final amen in the comments right now if you receive this sealing prayer into your spirit. Speak it with quiet certainty in your heart today. Subscribe to join our faithful remnant so you can stay connected in my holy presence. You are never alone in this valley, for my spirit walks beside you into every new step of your journey. Hold this divine secret close in your heart as you go about your day. Let the quiet seed take root before you speak of it to the world. A fruit tree does not announce its growth while it is still forming underground. It simply grows in silence until the branches overflow with sweet fruit for everyone to see. Your fruit will speak for you. Take another deep, slow breath right now in this quiet moment. Feel the heavy weight leaving your chest forever. The strain of trying to force open locked doors by human strength has ended today. My peace be still over your mind. My grace cover your daily path, and my everlasting love hold your spirit close tonight and for all eternity. Go forth with your head lifted high into the open country of your reward. The winter season of waiting has passed, and the singing of birds has arrived in your land. You do not need to look back at the dark valley of your tears with fear or regret. Every step you took in that wilderness was preparing you to carry the weight of this upcoming glory. I have placed my seal upon your forehead today. You carry the mark of a royal heir who survived the refiner fire and remained faithful through the quiet night. Darkness recognizes the authority on your life and must flee from your presence. Walk into tomorrow with an undivided heart, knowing that your Father goes before you to make the crooked smooth. Rest now, my beloved child. Let your mind grow silent and your spirit rest in my unwavering promises. What I have declared over your destiny today shall surely come to pass without delay. You are loved beyond measure. You are kept by divine power. Receive your peace, receive your freedom, and sleep in the quiet comfort of my everlasting arms tonight.